You've stumbled into another nostalgic void. Drifting, searching with your rose-colored glasses. Fear not. What an Oddcast is here to guide you. With hosts Jared Minikheim, Anthony Denny, Michael Kennedy, and Sven Magnuson. Stay odd and hold on tight.
Welcome back to What an Oddcast, episode 279. I am your intro man, Michael Kennedy.
I am the one who can't see things, Anthony Denny.
I'm Jared Minikheim. I'm just kind of here.
It's early morning for Jared. He has issues with time perception, so it's late night for me and Anthony.
Yes.
So it's been 2-3 weeks since we recorded, and a lot has happened in that time. So much as Jared's drank a lot. Mm-hmm. Me and Anthony have seen some movies. No, you've drank a lot. There's another movie coming out that I want to talk about because it's for some reason all over my For You page, and I don't understand why. I think someone paid to have the algorithm changed. But yeah, how are you gentlemen doing?
I'm doing good. I'm going to start a new thing. So today's episode, I am sponsored by Transformers 2001, Robots in the Sky's Prowl. That's going to be the figure that I'm fiddling with today.
All right. I'm actually good, surprisingly.
Dude, I thought you were going to be so hungover. You told us the same story.
3 times.
Yeah, within 5 minutes.
The general story never changed, and the details really didn't change. It just existed, is what it really came down to.
You got angrier.
You did. You got progressively more mad.
You went from calling him a jerk to like an asshole bastard. This fucker,
real quick.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
Drinking beers really fast and hot weather don't mix well.
No shit.
And you're a lightweight.
Yeah, glad you figured that out.
I am
summer.
This motherfucker, he drank 4 beers and he goes, I'm too drunk. I'm going to have to get some water to sober up to go home. Meanwhile, I'm looking at the fucking 7 or 8 I have, and I'm like, really? Really?
I mean, for every 3 beers, you should have at least 1 water.
Yep.
That's just a general rule of thumb for drinking kids.
So yeah, Jeremy's not a drinker. That is what I've learned.
I mean, yeah, probably. Before we get kind of going in the episode proper, we are getting into the New Year's holidays and things like that. So, I just want to let our listeners know we're trying to get more consistent once the new year starts. So I know we talked about it. Things are working out better. So it's just, we wanted to get Jared acclimated to the weather, which still hasn't happened.
Wow.
And we wanted to give him time to do that. And then for me and Anthony had a child 4 months ago, as many of you know. And then, life happens. He's starting a new job too. So we don't want to overwhelm everyone with everything all at once. So it may be a slow progression into getting back to a normal schedule, but we don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon unless Jared tells us to fuck off and we're done recording. So
yeah. And since we're not recording on our Friday, Jared, Saturday, my new job, even though technically I will be working later, I'm going to be home earlier.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to say out loud. But when I was hired on, they're like, so how are you going to feel about not really knowing anything until about a year from now? That's fine.
Yeah, right. Nothing. But
nothing new.
So I would like to start off, if it's okay with you gentlemen, with movies. Me and Anthony went and saw a couple movies over the past 2 weeks. We saw Kraven the Hunter, and we also saw Sonic 3. And we have thoughts. Which one should we start with, Anthony?
Let's start with Kraven, because Jared watched a bit of Kraven.
You watched a bit of Kraven, did you?
I watched a little bit. That's a way to put it, for sure.
You do not know what you missed, sir. It was an excellent movie, a solid 6.5 movie. Doesn't get nearly enough love. It was. I had such a good time during this movie.
I bet you did. I bet you did.
So the issue is it was just Spider-Man with Lion. That's all. That's I made. That's what it was. Yeah, they just did a Spider-Man origin story, but with lion blood instead of spider bite. But basically, it mirrors everything. He gets a hot, smart girlfriend in the end too, just like Mary Jane and or Gwen Stacy. So his uncle doesn't die, but his what would have been adopted uncle, who is technically the Rhino, dies. The Rhino is actually a really good character.
Best part of the movie.
That's the CGI kind of sucker shit, but he was by far, besides Russell Crowe yelling at me in a Russian accent, he was by far the best part of that movie. Jared, you have to watch it at some point in time. You did not fight the lion barehead, you pussy.
I tried watching it. I got about 30 minutes in, and my inner comic fan was just saying no, and Jeremy watched me almost have an aneurysm, and I had to stop.
You know what's really funny? I told Mike exactly how you were going to feel.
Yeah. We called. Let's see. A half hour in. Is that before? That's right after the flashback. Then, right? Did you get through the flashback?
Yeah, that's about as far as I could get.
About how he got his voodoo powers.
Yeah.
Even though it's not really. That's exactly where Anthony said you would stop watching. So
he was correct.
At one point in time, I'm going to turn on my camera for this. At one point in time, the Rhino, who's the Russian, as soon as the camera there turns on, like is really frustrated, and so he grabs the desk like this and just goes. It was amazing. It was so good. I loved everything about it. It could not have been better. Like, you think I'm exaggerating with the sounds that came out of my mouth? It was for at least 3 seconds longer, and that exact sound. It was perfect.
Wait, I got it. I'll put it in the chat, but thanks to the actual Mark, who made the YouTube videos that says that part in Kraven the Hunter where Rhino makes a weird noise.
It's so fucking true. It was beautiful. Coming in, I know Kraven is very near and dear to you, Jared. Here's the thing: this movie was like a 1 or 2 scenes away from being a great segue into what could have been a great Sinister Six movie, like just a perfect Sinister Six, like Aaron Taylor Johnson, right? That's who's Kraven. He's actually a decent Kraven. It's probably the first role that I've actually liked him in. I really didn't like him as Quicksilver, and Kick-Ass fine. But like, besides the fact that it's just if they did a good origin for like the voodoo magic that Kraven has, instead of he's got tiger blood and a magic potion,
I'm never going to financially recover from this.
I'm never going to financially recover from this. I would have been like, no, Sony, keep making movies. Like, just keep making movies. It's you kind of finally hit on something, and then it's just like, oh, it's the worst opening ever. It got too much hate.
I have to say, it was probably the second best Sony movie.
Yes. Which ones are you counting? Which are you counting?
I mean, that might be fair.
Are you counting the original Spider-Man movies?
No, I'm talking about these. I'm gonna call it the Venomverse. Yeah, the Villainverse. Yeah,
Villainverse. So you talking like Venom, Venom 1, Kraven the Hunter,
Morbius.
I don't know, but I think Venom 3 is before Morbius, and then I think Venom 2 is before Morbius, and then Madam Web. You know what? I don't know. Venom. I think Venom 2 might actually be below Madam Web on my book.
He was with my mom when she died.
I almost
studying spiders.
I almost did a ranking list with you guys gone last week until I realized that the tier list maker kept resetting every time I did something, and it made me mad, so I didn't.
So you just gave up.
Well, yeah, because they kept deleting all the images every time I clicked a button, and then it was like, yeah, you have to re-upload the images if you do that. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. That's fucking dumb. I don't want to do that.
When Jared gets a better computer and can record his screen, we'll do some tier lists. Yeah. We'll each provide one.
Recording the screen right now, that was a fucking tier maker, not the computer. It was literally the website. It was like, if you push this button, it'll reset. And that's it. And then I tried downloading it, and it only downloaded the tiers themselves, and it didn't download the images. And I'm like, what the fuck is the point of downloading then?
Fair. Anyway, and then in Kraven the Hunter, Russell Crowe gets eaten by a bear. And then his brother ends up being the chameleon, and it's actually a really cool chameleon effect, like reminiscent Mystique 2002 X-Men.
Oh god, I can't get over that. He got eaten by a bear?
Well, so it's a bear. So Russell Crowe only hunts the biggest, strongest animals because that's how he proves that he is powerful. And in the end, Kraven realizes that it's his father who kind of sent the rhino after him. Right? That I'm not misremembering that, correct, Anthony?
No, you are correct. He's the one who leaked that his name was Kraven as well.
Yes.
God fucking damn it.
And so Kraven goes and sees his papa, and the papa is hunting in the Siberian wilderness after this, what I'm going to assume is legendary power bear, and lures like the legendary power bear to his papa's campsite, but then steals all the bullets from his papa, so the bear just attacks him, and he gets died. Good.
So he pulled the Jurassic Park Lost World on him.
Sure, it's a good movie. Like solid 6.5. If you can just shut your brain off, Jared, and not be so hypercritical.
Yeah, if you could movies, if you could enjoy it. Yeah.
If I could do that, there are many a movie I would enjoy.
That's not true.
That's the problem. You're not autistic like me, who can do that.
No. I had no emotional attachment to Kraven the Hunter, so it meant nothing to me. Anyway.
I have too many.
Yeah.
Honestly, Russell Crowe is Russell Crowe in that movie is the most comic accurate Kraven the Hunter.
Yeah. He's just a great character too. Yeah. Total dick, but great.
But let's fucking stop talking about that. Mike and I saw Sonic 3.
Yeah, we did.
This one I am curious about.
Fucking my God, so good. It's like I kept looking over at Anthony, and he kept getting more and more pumped as it went on. I have no emotional attachment to any of these characters. I never played Sonic 2, whatever
Sonic
Heroes of Beast in the Ring or whatever. So, but go ahead, Anthony.
So spoilers for Sonic 3.
Yeah, super spoilers.
Because those who don't know, it'd be my surprise that I played the fuck out of Sonic when I was a kid. I was one of those Sonic kids who got laid and discovered he liked pussy. So I never became one of those weird people.
Well,
no.
Okay.
Trust me, there are weird Sonic people.
Yeah, there are.
So when this came on, there are so many
fair.
It's a great adaptation of the material. There are a lot of things that they didn't put in for obvious reasons. You can't show certain things. But it was great, especially like when because spoiler alert, Shadow ends up not being a bad guy at the very end of the movie.
What?
He sees the error of his ways, one might say.
Yeah, I know what a surprise. And there's a moment where they fucking like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Dylan,
yeah,
clapping up the hand, and then the intro song "Live and Learn" from Sonic Adventure 2 blared.
Yep,
and start that, and I had to stop myself because they were children for me going fuck yeah. It was great. Jim Carrey is amazing.
At least you had the awareness.
Yes.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's amazing, and he's now officially retiring. I don't think he'll be back. So this was enough money to tide him over for the rest of his life.
I hope he gets residuals because he
played a very long time.
He did a great Ivo and Gerald Robotnik.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, I tell you, that was the one thing I did see. He played the two of them there.
It
sure does,
because they're so similar, and then not at all is great. And of course, Idris.
All right. Well,
Keanu, I did like.
I don't. Okay, so
I did have my issues, but
I did too.
Yeah, I have my issues with.
It's
he's like 60, and that's you could kind of tell that he's like, oh.
Okay, so controversial opinion for some people, but I have learned in more recent years with things that Keanu has done. I enjoy him when he's in a live action movie and he's doing stuff. I have not really enjoyed anything where he's voice acting in because I don't know what it is about Keanu, but I feel like if he's not acting out the thing he's doing, it just doesn't work well for him. Because I had the same issue when it came to Cyberpunk when he plays Johnny Silverhand, where it's like the line reading just doesn't fit. Like, I don't know if it's because he's not acting it out; it just doesn't work right.
Yeah.
So,
no. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I did feel some of that. Like when originally it was rumored that Hayden Christensen was gonna be Shadow, I was like, "That's great," and then it's like Keanu Reeves. I'm like,
That's less great. Less great.
It's like,
less great.
Like,
less great.
He'll do a great Shadow. He'll do a good Shadow, but yay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't have many lines, and that's probably to the benefit of the movie.
For the benefit, yeah.
I hate saying that because I enjoy Keanu, but like it was.
I do too.
It was very bland. It was very John Wick-esque, and that's not what we needed. Right? We didn't need.
Yeah, so it's exactly like what my issue with Cyberpunk was. Just the line reading feels lifeless a bit.
Do we lose him?
Yes. I don't know.
Do we lose him? He's not there anymore. Jared, if you can hear us blink.
Your mom.
There we go.
There it is. We lost you there for a second, bud.
Oh, my bad. Probably because I was switching to a different screen thing to double check it.
Okay, yeah, that would be it. But yeah, that's that was my only like hang up. Was I enjoyed Keanu, but also I didn't, because it was bland. It was kind of boring, but like the action and everything was really fun. And I really
good
the movie. We got to see his the two characters that got married in the last Sonic movie, the man and the wife. We got the cameo from them.
Okay, yeah.
The two agents, cameo from them. Hey Jared, how do you think they killed the chick? Because she did die. How do you think they killed her? It wasn't a shotgun to the back of the head, so they weren't going to show that.
Was it? Did Robotnik like make an explosion or something?
So fucking close, man.
So close.
Fucking close.
She gets blown up.
Yeah, I mean, that's
she gets blown up. Basically, stray bullet hits a tank of energy,
chaos energy.
Yeah, and she, Ivo Robotnik, who is
that's Eggman.
Okay,
Gerald Robotnik is the
Gerald is grandpa. Okay, so Gerald dies so unceremoniously. It's fucking amazing.
Oh, God.
He gets a quill up his ass and flies into chaos energy and just evaporates. I wish I was joking. You can. I swear to God, that's how he goes. There's a couple teasers at the end. We got Robosonics,
a Metal Sonic,
and then the bitch with the hammer.
Oh.
I don't know, the pink bitch with the
hammer.
Oh, Amy.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Amy Rose.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I hear there's a rumor going around in Knuckles Season 2 we're going to get oh God, what is her name?
There's going to be a Knuckles Season 2?
Yes.
The first season did so well, we're getting a second season?
Yeah. Where they're going to have Vector, Espeon, and Charmy show up. And I'm kind of excited for that.
Sure. I've spoken about right there.
The Chaotic Squad?
Yeah, the Chaotic Squad. How the fuck did you know Chaotic Squad?
I watch Saturday morning cartoons too, asshole.
Oh, okay.
Well, I was gonna say I watch things about older video games.
Yeah. So Sonic 4 has already been greenlit. Sonic 3 made a shit ton of money. Sonic made so much money it pissed Disney off that Disney wants to now buy Sega.
I saw that.
Did you see that? What are you doing? Okay.
I'm sharing Team Chaotic, Espeon, Charmian. Yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah. That's what I thought then.
yeah. So Disney got so upset because Mufasa lost so much money that they're like, I don't understand why people didn't want to see our Lion King prequel because no one wanted to watch the Lion.
Oh, gee, I wonder.
So Sonic made so much money that Disney's like, hey, can we buy the Sega movie right so this doesn't happen again? Fucking wild.
It's nuts. It was.
Was it a prequel? Because I was real confused.
Yeah,
I saw things that made me think it was a prequel, but then I saw things that showed... Because I heard Simba.
Well, it can't be a
like,
fucking
there was a trailer that
sequel.
showed Simba named his son Mufasa.
Movie. Spoilers.
Well, let's see. Let's look at this right now.
I swear to God, if it's not a prequel, I'm going to be so pissed.
Mufasa the Lion King. I'm on the Wikipedia.
Because I swear to God, I saw a thing that it was Simba talking to his son and that he named him Mufasa after his father.
Here we go. Sometime after Simba becomes king of the Pride Lands, this is Mufasa the Lion King. He and Nala have a daughter named Kiara, and are expected another cub. They leave for an oasis where Nala can pop one out. My commentary, not Wikipedia. And when Simba asks Timon and Pumbaa to watch over Kiara, Rafiki visits them and decides to share a story about the grandfather Mufasa.
So it's a prequel.
Okay.
And with Timon and Pumbaa providing color commentary in between.
So it starts as a sequel that then leads into a prequel.
So it's
That's even dumber.
A Lion King 2.5, just like the 1.5 was.
Oh my fucking God, it is.
So what's really funny is, so I'm reading ahead. So apparently, Mufasa was an orphan and was adopted by the king and queen, who had their son, then named Taka, eventually to be Scar. So Scar should have been the first in line. So what the fuck?
I hate everything you said.
I have a question. And it escapes me now on what I was going to ask. It was something about Mufasa. Oh, so you're telling me it's just Annie? Is that what you're understanding? It's Annie? That's the
So Robbie uses bees to cause an elephant stampede to distract the outsiders, allowing the group to escape.
Words. Nothing but words.
I'm trying to figure out
words that formed something.
When does garbage become Scar? No, there we go.
When he loses the battle against his adopted brother. So wait, is this is just the king of Egypt, but in, I guess, Africa's Texas. So this is just the king of Egypt. Is that what I'm understanding? Is it the story of Moses?
It's sounding like it.
Yeah.
So they just did the story of Moses, but with CGI lions.
Dude, this makes really fucking. I'm just reading the plot. They really make fucking Mufasa not the bad guy,
even though he kind of is.
Because
clearly,
Rafiki just names Mufasa and Sarabi king and queen, even though Mufasa is the adopted orphan. Rafiki's like, nah, these bitches.
I've seen the future. I'm a magic baboon. Fuck off.
The actual fuck?
I don't care enough.
There is. Are we done talking about Mufasa?
Yes, please, God.
There's one more movie that I want to talk about. And Jared, do you know what movie I'm talking about? I sent you a TikTok. Anthony, do you know what movie I'm going to talk about?
Yeah. This movie confused me when I saw trailers, so now I get it.
Yeah, do you know what movie I'm talking about, Anthony?
I recall I think you put something in there. I can't off the top of my head.
It's called A Better Man, right? It is the story of Robbie Williams, but Robbie Williams is a CGI monkey.
Yes. I remember that.
Yeah. Do you know anything about this movie, Anthony?
No, I know it's Planet of the Apes. It's not marijuana instead of AZ-13.
It's not. Do you know? Wish. Do you know this is technically a biopic?
Really?
Do you know that Robbie Williams is a real person? Do you know where you might know Robbie Williams from?
Well, clearly he's a singer of some sort, because that's what the chimpanzee does.
Correct. He is a British pop star that was in a group much like NSYNC or the Backstreet Boys. They broke up. He got the solo career, much in the way that Justin Timberlake did. But his music never really popped off in America. So there's a couple songs I've tried, like I did, because it was on my For You page all over TikTok, because I think someone paid to have the algorithm switch so we'd all start looking into this movie. I'm not going to see it. And I tried to listen to some of his music. It is to take a word from the children. It's so Skibbity Ohio. I just like the most mid music.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's okay, but it ain't anything like the Brits are trying to really hype this up, and I'm like, yeah, it's not great. It's got music, governor.
It's gonna be the best, mate.
It never really hit off in America, and so they're trying to have, like,
wonder why.
They're like, hey, it's the director of The Greatest Showman.
Who cares?
Cool. And they're like, this is something about, like, it's got music like the Beatles from, like, because, like, it's, British invasion, and then someone's like, are the Beatles in it? And they're like, no. Like, it is just. And so, like, I remember seeing the ad for this movie when we were all together, and I think we saw Venom. No, it was before that. What was the movie we saw, like, last Christmas?
I have no idea.
I can't remember. But
I was waiting for it. I knew somebody was gonna do it.
Yeah. We saw that trailer. It's like, this actually looks good, because, like, it's kind of like a fun, like, I thought it was like, oh, this genetically enhanced chimp is like, and it's not
very misleading.
It's just a biopic of a bad British singer.
Better Man tells the life story of Robbie Williams, but Williams portrayed as a CGI chimpanzee because, as he put it, he always felt less evolved than other people.
I always felt like I was more of an animal, man.
I like being a monkey in this movie. It's kind of fun.
Or the ran me, or familiar faces.
Yep.
I haven't been this sad since the Queen died.
So that I get.
Why don't you love my music?
Here's the thing: had I not realized that Robbie Williams was a real person, and, like, this was like a biopic, I would have went and seen it. But now that I know the story, I hope it flops so fucking hard, because this is a dumb idea.
Instead, you should go and watch A Complete Unknown, a 2024 American biopic.
That was the other thing. It's coming out with the Bob fucking Dylan movie.
Yeah.
The worst thing in the world. But it's played by our boy,
Timothée Chalamet.
The official Oddcast, the boy.
The boy. He's one of the boys.
One of.
Yeah, we got a couple. But yeah, those, I just, like, I couldn't believe that it's like, this is a real person that decided to do a biopic of him as a fucking monkey. I want to know if anyone acknowledges the fact that he is a monkey in the movie, or if it's just played.
That would be
nothing. I can't.
Shit.
I can't.
I'm gonna guess that they don't.
Oh my god, I hate this so much already. I'm so upset by this. You have no idea. This is so fucking dumb.
So,
somebody had to pitch that. I agree with that. Somebody had to go into front of a bunch of people and be like, "Here's my idea."
Somebody pitched that
about me, but I'm a monkey.
Someone had to pitch that, write the script, and it was greenlit by a person, and the director of The Greatest Showman signed on to do it as well. What is the world coming to?
Pornography.
Good question.
So, recently, I discovered that I have a condition called aphantasia, which it is
God bless you.
That is the condition where you don't see anything in your head.
Oh, it has a name. Okay.
Yes. And so, I used to rip on people who had it because I thought that I had it, didn't have it, but turns out I'm wrong. Turns out people actually see things in the brain.
Yes.
Like an image.
Yes.
And you don't just go off
all
of
the
vibes
time.
and memories. Turns out my older sister also has it. But
it must just be your family.
Well, my younger sister doesn't. My mom doesn't. I haven't asked my dad because I think he would say no either way. But Heather asked me a really funny question, and I need to ask you guys.
Oh God. All right, lay it on me.
Mike, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, I can't tell. When you guys masturbate, do you see sex in your head?
You don't want to know the answer.
I do.
You don't want the answer to these questions,
I
Anthony.
do. What do you... I can't see things in my head.
I have vivid fantasies about whoever I choose
Agreed.
to be within that.
See,
Agreed.
and you guys see yourself in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
No, it's exciting and wonderful.
Yeah, Heather asked me,
I
like,
mean,
what
how else would we live out our fantasy?
Thank you.
like you do
I
with me,
appreciate
with
Jared.
vibes and memories of touches.
Nope, that is not how that works. Not even remotely close to how that works.
Yeah, because Heather asked me, like, what do you do when you masturbate? I'm like, you know what? You remember the feeling.
No, you don't.
No.
I
You
do.
You see the images. You experience it.
I don't experience it.
Yeah, your life
And
sucks, Anthony.
It's
Hate to
so...
tell you.
It's so weird knowing that
You're an NPC.
I suffer
Oh my
from...
God, he is.
And the thing is like, I consider myself to be a creative person,
That makes one of us.
and I have, like, drawn a lot of things. And Heather's like, you've drawn a lot. What do you see when you draw? I'm like, nothing. I just go.
Yeah, that's
There's
how that
nothing in
works.
the noggin. I'm like, this guy, he's got to have pointy teeth. Let me draw pointy teeth.
I
There's no image in my head that I put to the paper. It's just a feeling.
It explains so much of growing up. I wish I had known this so much sooner.
I wish I would have known it either. Too, I'm 30 years old and now figuring out that I'm fucking broken. Like,
Yeah, you're an NPC, and that's all there is to it.
like I could not believe, because Tatiana also has it. And I used to rip on her all the time.
Somehow I believe that more.
Which apparently is the opposite of hyperphantasia, which is, extremely vivid mental imagery. So get kids. Apparently, if you don't see like an actual like theater in your brain, you're broken.
I always thought that was normal. So I mean, yours is new to me.
There is, let me see, about below 5% of the population has this.
Yeah.
So
That explains a lot.
I got a rare
It's not a good thing to have, though, is it?
Yeah, I don't know why you're patting yourself on the
it's
back.
not.
for that
Like,
one.
I'm super proud of that. That I'm boring, and that's why I don't like to read.
That's why I don't like to read, because I'm just looking at words. It explains so much. When I'm like, yeah, I don't read because it doesn't do anything for me. Because it physically doesn't. Heather talks about how she she pictures
Terrible.
the character, she sees the scenes as she's reading, and I'm like, these are words that I'm reading. And like, she's like, can you describe people? I'm like, yeah, I can describe them because I've seen them, so I know the gist of what they look like. Like Jared's 13.5-foot pole.
You know. Yeah, so now everyone knows Anthony has a broken brain, so
My brain box don't work proper.
it don't work no good. God.
Good drink.
So there was, I was say also in nerd news stuff, there was also the Superman trailer that got released as well while we were off.
Oh yeah.
And I take it from people who actually are Superman fans that they're excited about it. So apparently it looks good.
It does. I'm excited for Crypto. I love Nathan Fillion's stupid Guy Gardner hair.
Fucking the greatest thing.
I did laugh at that.
Oh, it's so perfect.
There were so many people like, oh, why doesn't he have the buzz cut or the crew cut like he does nowadays? I'm like, because that's not fucking Guy Gardner. Guy Gardner's got the stupid fucking bowl.
Yes, Guy Gardner has a stupid fucking bowl, and it needs to stay that way because that was beautiful and amazing. Yeah, and it made my day.
There was somebody who I watched for about that trailer there, and he pointed out that the Justice League they're using is owned by a corporation, and that the guy who owns it turns out to be a villain. So he's curious if the villain will end up being Lex Luthor and that guy working together, or if they're gonna leave that for like a different movie.
Sure, that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor.
That was I didn't know he was going to be him until that came out. And I was like, oh, that guy's just everywhere now.
He's got a really good range. So I'm excited.
I really wanted to bring back Jesse Eisenberg. I thought he was a wonderful Lex Luthor. I enjoyed him so much.
I think he got shat on more than he needed to. I think he did a great job for what he was doing.
That's fair. I wouldn't have minded seeing him come back just to be in something that's not terrible.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he could have been a lot better. But we'll never know.
We will never know. Creature Commandos has been going. I know Mike said he's been watching it.
Did you watch the Clayface episode?
Yes.
I
did.
am in love with David Harbour as Frankenstein. He's doing so much work with nothing. It is fucking wonderful.
Yes, I very much have enjoyed that show. It's been an interesting ride.
Just to spoil, a little bit of spoilers for Creature Commandos.
A little bit of spoiler.
Anthony hasn't watched it yet.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you watch the Marvelous Adventures of Harley Quinn? The other animated show
I have seen that, yeah.
So you know Alan Tudyk's Clayface is just this overly flamboyant. So in this most recent episode, he kills a professor who teaches about Themyscira, and so he walks into class as this professor, and she starts flirting with one of the students. Is like, hey, that looks really nice on you, and like really hamming it up. And then like they're talking about like what's the greatest thing about Themyscira, and they're like reading off things, poetry and artwork and compositions. And on the board, this man writes, and then just turns around and goes, "Drew, you're all wrong. It's lesbians." It's amazing. I died. I'm at the gym, and people are looking at me because I'm laughing so goddamn hard.
Is it Alan Tudyk again?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, so you have.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead. You go ahead.
No, go ahead, Jared. By all means. Mine doesn't.
I was gonna say James Gunn already approached Alan Tudyk about it, that anytime Clayface comes up, whether it's live action or animated, he's the guy that will be picked.
Yep.
Nice.
It's wonderful. Because in all aspects of my life, people will just stop watching and or reading things, and I have been waiting 3 weeks to talk to you, Jared, about Cheers to the Tin Man and how that episode fucked me up so hard. I am at the gym, like, with tears in my eyes for a fucking robot. It hurts so bad. And I just need to express that to someone that may understand it, because that fucking episode, it got me. It got me good.
God, if I remember correctly, that's the one with the GI robots like backstory, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one point in time, so again, spoilers. The GI robot gets passed from after World War II, he's kind of decommissioned and then powered down and passed from collector to collector until he's finally brought into this collector's collection.
Yes.
And he's brought to a meeting of like-minded individuals that have a bigger plan.
Glad to have you. And it turns out that they're all Nazis. And GI robots The look he
only
gives him.
Yes, the only programming GI robot has is to kill Nazis. And so he murders everyone in this building and then gets put on trial for murdering Nazis. I mean...
And that is how he ended up being incarcerated to where we get him in this series.
Oh my god. And the Weasel's backstory?
That one broke my heart.
Oh, that one hurts.
That poor creature.
Oh my god. So, Anthony.
Yes.
The Weasel's accused of killing 8 children.
Yes.
Right?
As he's in the Suicide Squad.
Do you want to know his backstory?
Sure.
So he finds a school. And in this school, there's 8 or 9 or 10 children that are around, and they find him and they start playing ball with him and they become friends. And then the kids accidentally get into the school because someone left it open, and they start drinking. They don't really drink wine, but they find alcohol. In the meantime, a decrepit old farmer's walking past and sees the Weasel playing with these children and thinks that he's attacking them. So he goes home and gets his shotgun, comes back to the school, tells the kids to run away. They don't. He shoots. It hits a fuel container and it blows up the school. The Weasel's trying to get kids out. 7 of them are already dead. The one that's still alive, he's trying to pull out of the school when the FBI and police bust in, shoot everything out, and then debris falls on this final child, killing them, and it scars him for life. That is why he doesn't show any aggression.
Cry, man.
Oh, it's so bad, man. It was so rough. And so that's why he doesn't show any aggressive tendencies. And then as soon as that flashback is over, he immediately bites Cersei, who's the bad Amazonian who's trying to kill a princess, which there's a twist coming that I don't know how I'm gonna feel about.
I'm still trying to figure out exactly what they're going for here.
So to kind of look at, I think that the events that the Creature Commandos were sent back to are the things that are going to lead to the inevitable future that Cersei sees. I think if the Creature Commandos would have just stayed away, nothing would have happened. But now Dr. Phosphorus has killed the head guard, and I don't know how Gorilla Grodd is going to play into this, but I can't fucking wait.
Yeah, they have a Gorilla Grodd, which is
so fucking cool.
See, I'm curious though, because of the Clayface taking the professor's spot.
I thought
if the prophecy was that she was going to become evil, my only question is who is it that wants her to become evil then? Because clearly someone is trying to push that narrative,
right? Yeah, and in this episode we got we hadn't really seen any of the super advanced technology that Polkistan or Polakistan, I can't fucking remember, has. It's a made up country. Has until this episode. And I'm And also, do you think Rick Flag is dead, or do you think he's coming back somehow?
Oh God, I mean, he got Batman.
Yeah, he got fucking banged hard. This man's spine got snapped by Clayface. It was hardcore.
I mean, in the world of comic books, no one's ever dead.
That's not true. His son is dead. Rick Flag Jr. is dead.
Yeah. They make very established he's dead.
The Suicide Squad. And so, that's canon.
Yeah, that's something James Gunn has made a point to, of if you hear it in Creature Commandos, that is what I'm using as canon going forward. So Rick is dead. He's just dead.
He's dead as a doornail.
But yeah, it's a great show, Anthony. You really should watch it because I think you'd have a great time with it.
It's a fun
Don't
time.
watch it with Heather or the children around. At least the first 2 episodes. The first 2 episodes you cannot watch with children around.
Are these guys Nazis?
Are these guys Nazis?
See, that's my problem. The free time that I have without the kids is when it's bedtime, and I just got Space Marine too. So,
yep.
And
look at
Mortarion, which I can't prime because it's raining outside.
It's a lot.
Oh, poor guy.
I know, because
And now that we have finally converged to continue talking about TV, me and Jared have went back and forth, but we have not said it specifically on this show yet. I don't think I can ever go back
and
do
what I think we are.
What We Do in the Shadows.
Yep.
I think that show is now dead to me.
Oh.
Like I've watched this series finale again just to see if it would hit differently, and it didn't. It sucks.
No, I
hate it.
I feel like if I were to ever go back for this show, I would just stop on season 5. I wouldn't even go to the final season because it does not hold up.
I agree. It
had so much potential. They were on a mountain and they did not dismount good at all.
Riding a high. Like, okay, so here's the thing. I will say that the first 2 episodes of the final season where we get introduced to Jerry, that had some staying ground, and I think that could have been a great subplot throughout the entire finale. But it didn't. They didn't do anything with it, and it.
Well, and even like when you get into like the last 2 or 3 there. And we got, like, the Vampiric Council, and the guy gets murdered by Cravensworth Monster, and I'm sitting there like, oh, we're gonna get, like, that they're gonna have to face all of the other vampires, they're gonna do that kind of thing, and then they just did away with that. They just moved on, and I'm like, you have 2 episodes left for a finale, why would you do away with that?
Yep. They didn't write it that way, and it was not good. It was... bad.
No. So for anyone at home, if you somehow hadn't watched the finale, just don't.
Yeah.
Because they just end it.
Yeah.
That is the only way you could ever describe the ending to that series, because they start the episode like any episode, and then it literally just, oh, the documentary's ending? Okay. And then that's the whole episode. It's just, yeah, the doc's ending. Oh, well. And it's dumb. It has no goodness to it.
Yeah. I hated it, and it hurt me that it was so bad.
It made me so mad.
I was so upset. I just... Again, I tried to watch it a second time thinking, well, maybe I missed something, and then I watched some TikToks where they're, like, explaining why it was this way and blah, 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 and I'm like, you know what?
There's no explanation
I'll give it a second look around and fuck off. Never again.
I get the humor they were going for. They did not execute it well, though.
No, not at all.
Because it was the same kind of humor I expected from the show, but it just... You had no build-up for it. There was nothing to make me care.
Nope. Not at all. Not even a little bit.
And especially because you start the fucking finale episode saying you're going to build a wife for the Cravensworth Monster, and then just because, oh, the doc's ending, you give up not even 2 minutes in.
Yeah, gonna do it. You're setting up for an entire Frankenstein season, and you dropped the ball because... whatever. They tried to pull I think they tried to pull something off like The Office, and it just didn't work.
They did.
And I don't like The Office anyway, so... So I had to talk to you about that because it's been bothering me because I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you fuck something up like that so bad?
Very badly. Just no. We'll never go back and watch that season again. I can't.
I don't think I can watch that show ever again.
Oof.
I know. I think it ruined it for me. Yes,
ouch.
That's exactly what happened.
Very ouch.
Go ahead, Anthony.
How was everyone's Christmas?
It was fine. It was fine. Had a relaxing day at home and then went to a cookout that we got invited to and got some food. It was good.
Jared, I know this is going to sound mildly racist, and I hate saying this, but
Oh, Jesus Christ.
do they like Spam?
Well, I haven't had anybody bring it up.
Okay.
They do like Vienna sausage, though.
Gross.
That is apparently a big thing with people here.
Gross.
Like I've had many the friends. I've had friends who are like Hawaiian, Samoan, and they love Spam. Like,
Oh, yeah, Hawaii 100%.
Fight
but
over
here,
it?
not so much.
so I was just curious if it was like that in Guam because it's an island nation as well.
No, the big things here are ham and rice. Like,
It's good.
those are the two things that people make the most of here. Although the ham was phenomenal. I don't know how he cooked it, but it was great. We took a shit ton of that home.
Did they dig a pit and put it in the ground? Because I love barbacoa like that.
I don't think so, but again, I'm not entirely sure how he went about cooking that.
That might not even be a thing that they do there, but that's the thing that Mexicans do, and it's delicious.
But no, yeah. Other than that, no, it was just like a calm, normal Christmas, basically.
That's good to hear.
I see Orion liked his gifts though.
Fucking lightsabers are the best investment ever. It is so
Beating the
funny.
Shit out of everyone, goddamn.
No, he beats the shit out of Heather.
Yep.
Because we duel. He and we duel. But he's like, nah, I'm beating the shit.
Nah, fam. Mom's gonna die.
Like, I don't know what to tell you, Heather. Got you your own lightsaber. Defend yourself.
Right? Well, I got it for you.
I don't know where he learned lightsaber combat from.
But
Some are
he's
just-
born with it, you know?
Yeah.
It's the young ones are chosen from an early age, stripped from their parents, depending on the midichlorian count.
Is that just code for autism?
No. No, see, midichlorians are tiny microbial things within inside every person that help control the force. They originated on a
living
far-flung
things.
planet that's constantly cycling through light and dark. There's one grand creator who lives on this planet, and the son and his daughter are the embodiments of good and evil, and the light side and the Sith, respectively. You know?
Oh, that's really good. You should write like 3 or 4 novels about this.
No, I should write like an episode of a TV show about it.
What about the macrochlorians?
Those don't count because it's and much like econ, when you take microeconomics, you get to the very end and they talk about how it's all about macroeconomics. Then you talk about macroeconomics and you get to the end and they talk about how it's all microeconomics. So it's just a big circular circle.
Yeah.
If I took any economic classes in college.
Yeah.
No one's going to ask me if I took any economic classes in college after I just specifically prompted you guys to do that.
Did you take any?
Well, I mean, I
economic
kind
classes?
of assume.
No, you shouldn't, because I didn't. But I had lots of friends that did, and they told me the exact same thing every semester. After a full year of micro and macroeconomics, they're like, at the end, he just tells us about the next class, and then the next class, he just tells us about the other class. And some of us only took one or the other.
I honestly assumed that you didn't take it because you were a history major.
That is correct.
Well,
One of the-
Anthony
one
knew
of the-
better than I did.
One of the greatest things I got as a pity gift is this lamp that I'm wearing.
I was gonna ask you what the
It was
fuck
not a
that
pity
was,
gift.
but
Was not a pity gift. I spent $155 on you, so it was not a pity gift.
my god!
Well, no, I just sold this from you.
You did. You did. It was a 2-pack off TikTok. So super nice. Super nice.
It is very nice, super bright.
Yep.
We
So
need
I was talking with Anthony a little bit about this. I have a blind spot for actors from like 1998 to 2010. I forgot that James Marsden
Interesting.
was in X-Men. I forgot he specifically played Cyclops in those fucking movies until I was watching an interview where they were talking about how he wanted to return as Cyclops, and that sent me down a rabbit hole of like failed TV shows that now have super famous actors that I really enjoy. And you guys know who Vincent D'Onofrio is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know where I first really had an interaction with Vincent D'Onofrio as like a full-time actor that I really enjoyed watching act?
The same place that everyone else did. Men in Black 1, where he plays Edgar.
No.
Oh.
Incorrect.
I'm curious.
That is a fantastic one. But, so, in the early noughts, right? So or the late noughts before the 2010s really came round about in being away. About 2016, really. There was a show that ran for a single season. It was on Fox, and it was a continuation retelling of a very classic 1930s movie. Right. And so the show was called Emerald City, where Vincent D'Onofrio played the wizard.
This existed.
He played the wizard from like The Wizard of Oz. He was the wizard. However, in this retelling, the land of Oz is like an alternate reality dimension, and he is, much like in most modern tellings now, is just a scientist who hated magic, and so he would tell the people of Oz that magic was not as important as science, and they wouldn't believe him, and it made him a bad guy. But it was just, that is the first time that I remember truly interacting with a character with that Vincent D'Onofrio played, and I had no idea that he was even fucking that.
He looks like...
It is amazing, isn't it, Anthony?
He looks like in Game of Thrones, the really fat guy who gets killed.
Robert Baratheon?
Yeah, Robert Baratheon.
Yes, he does look like Robert Baratheon.
I didn't know this existed.
Why does the Scarecrow look like a himbo?
Because he is. Don't look up the Tin Man or the Cowardly Lion either. So
I'm looking up.
It ran for a season and was canceled. And I don't want to tell you that 26-year-old Michael was the most upset he's ever been, because he was definitely out of college at the time and still like working at McDonald's. But like, I was very upset that the show got canceled.
Dude,
I
it has
thought
Zooey Deschanel in it.
It does. She plays Dorothy.
Holy shit.
What the fuck?
It was a great fucking show. I'm telling you guys, it was a good show. And like, it had all of the different witches of like the East, North, South, and West, and they're all like, basically when the wizard took over, he banned witchcraft, and so like each witch has their own special artifact, such as the ruby slippers, the bronze gauntlet, and things like that. And at the very end, they're trying to do basically like Avatar Korra, where they're trying to do a convergence, and it just all hell breaks loose. I don't know how they were going to do a second season, but I was really looking forward to it.
How is the lion Khal Drogo?
Yes, he is.
Like,
I'm sorry.
let me share my let me just share this really quick.
I'm so happy. I can't believe that I'm the one to introduce this to you fucking people.
Is Khal Drogo?
Yeah, that's how they did the Cowardly
Wow.
Lion. I think I was the only person that watched this.
Why not? Huh.
The Tin Man is just a man with a metal arm. His name is Tin Woodman.
Yep. Isn't that is it Richard Cumming? No, it's not. It's
Alan Cumming?
Nope.
I know nothing of this.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
I have never seen it.
again, it's only something I swear that I so the Wicked Witch of the East is played by Io from Black Panther.
Oh.
Who's like one of the angels in the second one as well. She played the Wicked Witch of the East, which is why I knew I recognized her somewhere. But yeah, are you still reviewing the
Yeah, I'm just looking at.
the Emerald City?
Yeah.
It's fun. I tell you, it's a good time.
Man, why are there like 4 different Wizard of Oz but adults, like alternate takes?
And then none of them really work out. I think the one that worked out was it called Tin Man or Oz?
I was
One of the
thinking
two.
Wicked.
Wicked's way before or after this, so because the Wizard of Oz is something that is in the public domain, but also not in the public domain because the things that people recognize the Wizard of Oz for, the MGM, that still has copyrights for another 8 years or something. So
Somewhere around there,
yeah, it was a great show though. Picture like The Witcher meets Wizard of Oz, and that's what you had with Emerald City. Like there were like towers of like, you know how in like The Witcher there's Aretusa and that's basically where the witches lived and harnessed their powers from. And then what's really nice about this adaptation, it actually had Princess Ozma, which is a very rare character that does not appear in many adaptations, as well as Langwidere. If you guys do not know who Langwidere is, if you've ever watched the Return to Oz with Veruca Salt, that horribly cursed movie, that is the woman with many faces. That is Langwidere.
Oh wow!
There is the Tin Man. It was a 3-part miniseries.
Yep. That's
when Star Snowy Deschanel.
Yes, that one. Yes, that one.
Or my bad, DG.
Yes, Dorothy Gale. I know way too much about the Wizard of Oz for a straight white cis man. So.
Dude, have you watched The Wiz?
I've watched The Wiz and I've read the Yellow Brick War series too.
Then you are good. If you watch The Wiz, you've passed to being too white.
Yep. I've also watched is it the Muppets Wizard of Oz? Is that?
Yes.
Yes, I watched that one too.
Yep.
Yeah, where Gonzo gets his nipples twisted.
Yep.
A heart-shaped box has imagery that is Wizard of Oz.
Yep, I know way too much about that, Alice in Wonderland, and that's really my 2 hyperfixations.
I don't really think I have any hyperfixations. I'm just trying to think. See, this is a gag
can't imagine.
If we had a camera on where I leaned out in fun and showed all my wall Transformers.
Right. If I had a camera, I'd pan around my room with all of my Megazords and shit.
Yeah, which is, again, a very impressive collection.
It is. It is. I'm only missing a couple before this is complete, and I need to find something else new to collect, so...
Well, there's always Transformers.
I don't think I can get in the same hobby as you.
I am, like, 9 figures away from getting every single Robots in Disguise 2001 figure.
So close. So very close.
I know. I got, like, all the main characters. I think I have 2 TV show characters I don't have yet. And then...
Only?
Yeah, only. I don't have Skids. And I don't have...
I'm surprised, honestly. With how many you collect, I'm surprised you're missing any from a collection of toy line.
Well, that's the thing. I specifically am going out of my way to collect all the toys from this toy line. Including that motherfucker. Which, let me adjust my finger. This guy right here.
Well.
Which is really weird because I'm pointing at nothing right now. But that guy, that's a Japan-only figure. That's the most expensive thing in my fucking collection right there.
Good on you.
I'm playing Space Marine 2, which is very fun.
I have like a more like a public announcement to just put out there because I meant to bring it up a couple weeks ago, but you do have a paint holder. Look at you.
Yeah, because Jared inherited me all of his paints.
Couldn't take them.
You're welcome.
The plane to Guam.
And I'm like, I can't keep all these in a cardboard box.
No.
Yeah, no.
Jared, you have a public announcement?
At least you have a paint holder. I just more want to just shame people on the internet real quick, because the time has come and gone now, but I still feel like I want to shame you all because I still see people who make posts or comments about it, and I can't with you people.
Quit jacking off Sonic the Hedgehog.
If you were one of the people that were dumb enough to take a meme coin from
oh my god,
the Hawk Tour girl,
about this. Oh my god,
and you're still mad about it now, I just want you to know you're an idiot for ever buying one, and you deserve everything that happened.
The moment you said, if you've ever, I'm like, I know exactly where this is going.
Give me a second to get there. I was unsure on exactly what we're going to be talking about.
Oh my god, fucking Hawk.
That's obviously.
It was just the dumbest shit.
Obviously.
On her podcast, Talk to Her.
Oh god, we just need one viral video, gentlemen. All we need, and we'd be set for life. We have our own Oddcoin, and then we just get millions of investors sell out, and then we'd be fine. I can do a public announcement or a public apology that is so insincere it gets ripped apart. It doesn't matter.
Dude,
gladly.
We could show up on CoffeeZilla.
Oh god.
Oh, we could. Here's the thing, if that ever happened to us, we would 100% do the South Park way, and we'd all just get bearskin rugs and lay naked on there and be like,
I'm sorry.
Yes. 100%. We're sorry. So sorry.
Yep. We would.
Yeah.
I just don't buy. First off, in the year of our Lord 2024, if you were buying crypto, you deserve to be scammed.
100%. That includes if you're buying Bitcoin. Sorry.
Yes. Oh, it's worth $100,000 for one Bitcoin. Yes.
And no, it's not.
You're going to hold on to it until it gets more expensive and then drops.
Yes.
Sell it if you're so like, ooh.
Yeah. Correct. But how many times people have had the rug pulled? You should have seen that coming immediately. But she's been very absent from doing anything, and it's like, gee, I wonder why.
Right.
What could have possibly caused that?
So I don't know if you guys listened to the first interview after, but so there's
no, I did see she made a comment, but I didn't know if it was going to be anything worth it.
Yeah, they had a Twitter thing with, and she was on there with the crypto guy. And yeah, I don't know if you've ever heard of CoffeeZilla before, but
I've seen him rip some things apart.
Yeah, he's an online investigator who likes to investigate scams and crypto, and he appeared on there, and they let him talk like the idiots they were. And it was like, he said, "This is the worst launch I've ever seen. You guys are scammers." And then the Hawk Tua girl, Miss Tua, she said,
Tua.
"Who even are you?" Not realizing it was CoffeeZilla, the guy who took on Logan Paul and won.
Love it so much for them. But again, one viral video and we'd be fine.
Dude, I thought it was going to be the Fazoli's.
I really thought it was going to be the Fazoli's too, there for a hot second.
I was like, I'm famous! Look at me, hating food. If you make... Lasagna is one of my favorite foods. If you make me hate lasagna, that's just how bad you are.
100%.
Yeah.
That's still 6,262 views.
I just opened it up on the official what an Oddcast.
Yep. Just fucking stupid. I love it so much. Our most viral video. I hope it gets 10,000 views sometime.
Ooh, I hope so too.
I should probably boost it.
You're still getting used to your sea legs, so it's fine. Again, we'll hit 2025 strong. I'll try to record a video a day and send it to you.
Oh, speaking of, Jared, hey, do you want to come to my New Year's party?
Go fuck yourself.
We'll just book you a flight real quick.
Thought it'd be rude to not invite you at least.
Yeah, no, I think I did my New Year's celebration yesterday.
Yeah. You mean you don't want to do your 18-hour flight? Yeah, you don't think Jeremy's going to take you out on New Year's Eve, for Christ's sakes? Redacted is going to get you up.
Dude, you're going to...
I hope
your
not.
liver might die.
You're going to be in the next year while we're still in the current year, and you're going to be dead. And then we're going to watch a live stream of you dying.
It's one of those things, because technically it is tomorrow wherever Jared's at. So, like, whenever things are supposed to happen tomorrow in our time, I always message him.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, has this happened yet? And how did it go? I feel like an asshole. That's fine. It is true. It's happened like 3 times.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's what I'm saying.
When the world has to end.
I did also get gifted a car. That was my Christmas part.
When you say car, is it like one that we don't know, never would know, and couldn't possibly hope to understand what the make and model? This is like not a 19.
I'll have to send you guys a picture.
A 2004 Hierarchy Nevada Jim Bob.
I don't have the paperwork in here, otherwise I'd tell you the exact year.
Is it like? But is it like?
I mean, it's just a little car.
A name brand that we would know, or is it like a Guamation car?
I want to say it's a Volkswagen something.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
But it was a car that was given to Jeremy's friend there, and then they essentially they have tried really hard to make him feel like part of the people, whatnot, because their last person didn't feel that way, and they felt very
isolated and alone.
They didn't like that how when the last person left, they basically were just like, you guys suck, blah, 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 never got invited to whatever. So, like, he's been very much invited and accepted to things. They try to make sure. So, like, with me being here, everyone's very much like, yeah, you're one of the family too. So, like, you're getting this and that, this and that. And then this car was just like, we could sell it and, like, fix it up and sell it, but, like, we'll get it to you guys instead, and you guys can have a car, a spare. So it needs some work, but it's nothing that's unmanageable and unreasonable. So
is it a Reliant Robin?
Reliant Robin.
Yeah.
Are you just looking up names of Guamation cars now?
No. I looked up a very specific vehicle I had in mind.
God, that's amazing. It is not a tripod. I guarantee you, they did not gift him a tripod.
Yeah, I think a little too on the nose.
No, it's not that. No, I'll send you a picture.
Okay. You got 4 doors or 2 doors?
Does it have a door?
4.
Okay, so it's a sedan at least.
It does have a door.
I saw a limo today.
No, it just needs a little TLC.
Yeah, there's a limo around Hastings now. I don't know why, but I've seen it like 7 times.
Yeah,
I passed it and the Cybertruck on my way home. It was real fucking weird, guys.
It was that Walmart. I parked next to it.
Yeah, I think someone just bought a limo for cheap.
It was a woman and her like sister or mother.
Yeah, they're not advertising like a business either. They're just driving around a fucking limo.
Yeah, because I was like, what the fuck? And it had like one of those like Uber like thing you put your phone in.
Yep.
So that's why I knew it wasn't professional. But I'm just like, it's a fucking limo.
Yeah, it's a limo.
What the actual fuck? Okay. Does anyone have anything else to add?
I don't think so.
Christ.
I think I've gotten everything out that I wanted to get out for.
Yeah, I think that's all me
this week.
Alrighty then. Well, the next episode, not sure what, is that when everybody wants to dive into the whole unluckiest lucky man spiel?
Yeah. That'll be my second day of work. Okay. So it'll be a good.
Yeah, it'll be a good reprieve. I'll get some things lined up.
Oh boy, yeah, that'll be kicking off the new year.
I thought of a new little segment we could make. Like a little bonus episode.
Yeah.
I call it the Master of Fun.
Okay.
Okay.
So my idea is kind of like the Cats thing, where I made a big extreme thing. But it's about a topic that I know very little about, and I just kind of go off the vibes, like Doctor Who. I do a full presentation about Doctor Who.
Okay, I'm going to let you get back to work before you decide if you want to commit to that or not.
I have not committed to it, which is why I'm saying it.
Okay.
But I thought that'd be a funny thing to do, because most I know about Doctor Who comes from YouTube shorts.
That's fair. That's very fair. It's like someone has to present on something that the other people know ungodly well.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I get you. I can already feel the cringe. So I'm not opposed to this. I'm just saying I don't know. I'm gonna do one for the 2001 Robots in Disguise and be like, and this is it's Jabberjaw, and he's a gray cocker, and he likes flowers and long
other
walks on the
people
beach.
Cannot correct you.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's the thing. You have to sit there and be like,
hurt. Oh, I'm gonna hurt you so bad, Anthony. It's a great idea, right? I'm gonna hurt you so bad. And this is Porcus. Porcus is Optimum Prime's gay lover. I'm just gonna mispronounce things one letter slightly off and just watch you squirm.
like,
And this is Magatron, and like that's diehard Trump supporter right there. He wants to make Cybertron great again.
Oh god.
It hurts so bad. Brain hurts just thinking about that.
I heard just from what you said. I'm like, oh, this is a bad idea.
Yes, it was. It's run up. We'll see how we're feeling in the new year. It's a fun concept, but I don't know if I can commit to that. It would hurt too much.
It would be like a one-off bonus every now and then or something.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, goddamn, that sounds like an idea that's gonna make one of us fucking die.
Yep.
Yeah, that's everything.
Sure, I don't hit this with the outro.
Well, shit, all right.
This with the outro.
Well, folks, we got, if you want to, you can email us oddcastmedia@gmail.com. We also have patreon.com/oddcastn, where you can make a one-time donation if you want, just feel free to do that. We also have Oddcastn on Twitter, or What an Oddcast on TikTok. Go find us on everything and give us a follow, give us some messages, give us some comments, But other than that, everyone enjoy your new year, enjoy your holidays, be yourselves, stay odd, and stay odd.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.